Hey guys, so I'm back with my lives, and I know I've been kind of MIA for a while, and I'm sorry about that. I just had some stuff that I had to deal with. So, but I'm back, and I'm gonna try to do these, you know, lives again, Monday through Fridays. So, today's mukbang show, I made a large smoothie. So it's about 6 cups, and it's a mixed berry smoothie. So. Oh, hey Scott. So what do I have in my smoothie? I've got 2 cups of frozen mixed berries. So there's strawberries, blueberries, blackberries in there. I mix, and then I did 2 frozen bananas, 2 dates, and usually I put in more than 2, but it always comes out a little bit sweeter than I like. So this time I only used 2 dates. Of course, take the seeds out of the dates. You don't want any seeds in your smoothie. And then I also added my NutriClean Advanced Fiber Powder. And then also for added greens, I put in my NutriClean Complete Greens 2 scoops of this as well. And and that's just so that I make sure I'm getting, my daily veggies in. Hey Kathy, hey Melissa. So I've got that in there. Plus I added 2 stalks of celery because I love celery, and it just adds a nice clean taste to it, and also because celery has natural sodium in there, just wanted it for that as well. And then because I'm kind of out of fresh leafy greens, so I covered that with my complete greens, and then a cup of water, and that's all I did, and blended it all up, and now it's this. So I was gonna put it in like a mason jar, but my mason jars I didn't want to do too many dishes, so I'm just gonna drink it right out of the Vitamix blender. It is so good. So this is one of the smoothies that I love to drink all the time. Okay, I can't say all the time, I'm sorry. That was a lie. But when I do make, but this is one of the smoothies that I do make when I have the ingredients for it, that I do like to drink. It's really good. It's nice and cold and refreshing, and there's lots of fruit in here. There's lots of greens. When I do have fresh greens, I like to put in fresh spinach or kale or lettuce even. Now, what I love about smoothies is that you really can throw whatever the F you want in there, right? I mean, and it usually comes out tasting pretty darn good. So I just like that you can kind of play. I do try to kind of limit, if you're using fresh ingredients, I do try to limit it to about 5, because then it gets a little maybe overwhelming, or maybe the taste will get a little muddled. But yeah, I mean, but there have been times when I don't really stick to that rule either, and I just like throw whatever I have in there, and it always, and good or bad, I down it because, you don't want to waste anything. So, but how have you guys been? I hope you guys are doing well. I know it's been quite a while. I want to say over a month since I've been on a live. So today has just been kind of getting back in the routine of things for me. So, no makeup on, just kind of been home all day, cleaning up a little bit, and then just getting my stuff in order for the upcoming weeks. We've got some really exciting events that I'm going to, and a lot of exciting stuff that I'm doing. So I'm just kind of using today to just kind of have it be a relaxing day, and then prepare, and then also just kind of getting back into the swing of things since I've been gone. Now, where have I been? You may ask. So I was on vacation for a little bit, and then also took some time to go see my parents because they're both not they were both very sick, and I wanted to go and spend some good quality time with them since I'm going to be pretty busy for the next few months. So I figured I'd go spend some quality time with my parents and see my family, and then come back and, you know, get to work, right? But yeah, I went to Florida for vacation, and also for work. It was for work and for vacation. So went to Florida for our conference, and that was about 3 days. And then got to spend my birthday in Florida, which is always fun. And I got to spend my birthday with a lot of people that I consider family, a lot of good friends. Just, you know, really, really made me feel really loved. It was my first birthday since I've been married to my husband where I wasn't with him and he wasn't with me. So I was kind of missing him on my birthday, and it was kind of hard for me. But being with the people that I was with, it really kind of, you know, they really made me feel loved. And then getting all the love from you guys on Facebook and all the birthday wishes really did make me feel better. And I did get to talk to my husband for a little bit. So it wasn't, you know, I was missing him, but it was bearable. So, but that was definitely one thing that was really hard for me this time around, because I think this is the longest I've ever been away from him since we've been married. And, you know, it's always kind of weird. You know, you think, oh, I'll be fine. And then, you know, a few days go by, and then it's, you know, you're like, oh yeah, I kind of miss him now. But yeah, by the end of, I think I was away for up to, I think 3 weeks. And by the end of, like, when Friday came, because I took the bus back home from Milwaukee, and when Friday came, I was so ready to, I mean, I was sad leaving everybody, but I was so ready to come home to my husband. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, well, can't say that because you never know, but I don't think I'm going to plan any more trips that are longer, as, you know, like 2-3 weeks without my husband, because it was really hard to be away from him. Really kind of reminding me what it was like when we were dating, because we was long distance for many years. So yeah, I didn't quite like that too much, but I had a wonderful, wonderful time in Florida with my friends, and also a wonderful time while I was in Milwaukee, just spending time with my parents and seeing everybody and catching up, and just, yeah, it was good. But it's great to be home, and I'm really excited to kind of get back into the swing of things and start doing, start doing these lives again, and kind of checking in with you guys, and see where you are, and for you to see where I am as well. So let me continue. So this is like about 6 cups of smoothies that I'm going to just down as fast as I can, because I don't want this to be like an hour live or anything like that. So. So good. It's a little tart from the berries, but I love that. I love sour stuff. So, you know what? One of these Mondays, I'm going to do like an all sour stuff. So maybe I'll do like a lime or a lemon, and kind of show you guys how I like to eat those, because I love sour stuff. So I always like to, sometimes I'll just eat a whole lemon or a whole lime mixed in with some pepper and stuff. So maybe one of these Mondays we'll do that. That would be fun. Oh, hey, Betty. Let me see. Oh, hey, Chris. Hey, Lee. Hey, John. Sorry, I didn't see you guys sign on. So anyways, I hope you guys have all been well, and I'm doing good. I think I'm not gonna touch too much on the health stuff that I was going through, because I'm gonna save that for my Tuesday video. But just know that I am doing a lot better now. I'm feeling great. I am in a much better place now than I was when I wasn't doing my lives. So yeah. But anyways, this smoothie is so good. So tell me what kind of smoothies you guys like. Just put in the comments. What do you guys put in there? What's your favorite go-to smoothie? Now this really isn't my go-to, but it is one that I do make when, you know, like when I have the stuff. So now, what is my favorite go-to smoothie? I will definitely make it one of these Mondays, and show you guys, but it's more of a green smoothie. But this is just as good. And the great thing about this mixed berry smoothie is if you're anemic, this is great for that because of the berries, the blueberries and the blackberries and even the strawberries a little bit, but more so the blueberries and the blackberries. Great for blood building and for if you're, you know, if that's an issue. And then also, when you're drinking your smoothies, make sure, because the first part of digestion happens in your mouth, right? So make sure you are like chewing your smoothie and swish it around your mouth and all that stuff. So this is so, so, so good. I wish you guys could have some with me. Okay, so now back to my vacation. I'm sorry, I know I'm jumping around quite a bit, but what did I do in Florida? So I haven't posted up all the pictures and videos, and I'm kind of catching up on doing that. So now that I'm back home, I'll make sure to post that up on my page so you guys can see what kind of shenanigans we got into. We did do a lot, but I tried to post it up as much as I could, but sometimes, you know, you just want to live in the moment, right? You don't want to, you know, because sometimes when you're so busy recording everything or taking pictures, you kind of miss just being in the moment. So I tried to post everything, like I tried to post as much as I could at least once a day while we were in Florida. But I also, when I didn't, it was really because I just, you know, I was still taking pictures, but I just wanted to be present in doing what we were doing, because it's so important to do that and to not get so lost in wanting to capture everything for social media, right? So I did, I really just wanted to allow myself, you know, to take the picture, but not necessarily worry about posting it right away, and just kind of enjoying, you know, the moment and being present and really, really taking everything in. So my favorite part of my trip, I would have to say, would be when we did our second day when we went on the boat trip, because we got to see dolphins going to and coming back. More coming back. I think we only saw one dolphin on our way to the island, and I forget the name of the island, but it's off of Sanibel Island. And then on the way back, like the whole trip back, we literally like saw dolphins all the way back. So it was really, really cool. And these are wild dolphins. They're not trained. They're not, it's all wild. And they, you know, we saw Mama with her calf, with her baby. And that was really, really neat to see the baby dolphin swimming with the mama and then kind of going off on its own and then coming back to the mom. And then we also, you know, we saw a bunch of other, it was just like a bunch of dolphins. So it was like all around the boat. I kind of stuck to one side and then to the other, but I got a lot of videos of the dolphins, so I will be posting that soon. But the other part that I really, really loved about my trip was that I got to see some manatees, because I love, love, love manatees. I'll never forget, my love for manatees started when I was maybe in the 8th grade. But I remember I was a lot younger, and we were it was an art class, and we had an assignment to do an art piece on an animal that we liked, or on like a subject that we liked. And for some reason I picked the manatee, so I researched it, and and you know what, I'll have to look up what it's called, and I don't have this piece with me anymore, but I don't know if y'all remember in art class when you know, when you it's like a piece of I don't even know. It's not really plastic, but it's like you have a big thick piece, and then you use like the sculpting tools to kind of, well, you draw your picture on it, and then you take out certain pieces, and then you like, there's a roller, and you roll it in the paint, and you paint it on, and then it's like layered. So you have to really be conscientious of, you know, what you're taking apart from the picture, because if you wanted to be a certain color, it, you know, there was like a specific step or when you would take that away, because if you took apart a layer that was supposed to be blue, but then you went over it with a different color, then it now changed color. So it was just a really, really interesting piece of art that we learned how to do. And I always remember I did mine on the manatee. So ever since I researched it and learned all about it, I just have, there's just a special place in my heart for the manatee. And especially since they were on the endangered species list for a while. I want to say that their population is coming back to the point where they might not be on it anymore. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. I don't really know for sure, but I want to say that they are thriving at the moment. It is a little sad because they can't handle cold temperatures, and at this time of the year in Florida, manatee, the water temperature dips and it's a lot colder. So normally they would swim up to where the water is warmer up the river, and you know, so that they can eat, because they eat seagrass. That's their main source of food, and normally that's what they would do. However, we've kind of stepped in and kind of, you know, I don't want to say trained, but they've kind of learned that that we can kind of feed them too, because now instead of going their natural path and going up the river where the water is warmer, they now only travel to there's this like facility with a big pool, and they now rely on us, really, basically, to feed them during this time of the year. And so now there's a little park in Fort Myers that it's like a manatee park, and this is where they all come to during the winter. And to me, I think that's kind of sad. I mean, it's great that we're feeding them and we're keeping them alive and everything, but it's kind of sad in the sense that, you know, we have disrupted their natural pattern of life where they normally could fend for themselves, but now they do kind of rely on us to kind of feed them during the winter. So now they come to this area at the manatee park, and they all just kind of congregate there, and then like the staff on hand will, you know, throw out lettuce and a bunch of like different, they have a mix of food that they give to the manatees to kind of sustain them until summer comes, and or spring and summer, where the water temperature rises again and it's warm enough for the manatees to go out into the ocean. So, but one thing I loved about manatees too is that they are very much, they can survive in, you know, salt water and fresh water. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now, if I ever learn to swim and I ever get my mermaid tails, then I definitely would love to swim with manatees. I think that would be so cool. And the thing I love about manatees, I think, is because they're so like docile, and they're just so good natured, and they're very, very gentle creatures. They're very big, so if you don't know anything about them and you encounter a manatee in the water, it's very intimidating because they are very big and they look kind of weird if you've never seen one. But they really are just such big, lovable, playful animals, and they're so docile, and I just love them so much. They're so awesome. So those were the two of my favorite things that we did on vacation, was just seeing the dolphins and then seeing the manatees. Other than that, we saw a bunch of other animals too, because we did go to a preserve, and that was neat. I saw a snake that was pointed out to me, and that was kind of interesting because, you know, anyone who knows me knows that I'm not really fond of snakes. It was a baby snake. It was a baby water moccasin, I think it was. And it was interesting to see it, but at the same time, it was kind of a little scary for me. But I figure as long as I don't mess with them, they won't mess with me. So I kind of like that. Let's see. Oh, okay. So anyways, let me continue drinking this big smoothie down. So I have to say, I did get a little bit of a tan, not quite, right? Because I'm not that dark, but I did tan a little bit while I was in Florida. I tried to stay out of the sun as much as I could because I didn't really want to get too dark. But I did get a little bit of a tan. But yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the things that makes me love Florida so much is just that it's just like warm year round, and you have that, depending on where you are, you have kind of that tropical feel. So I really like that. But just, it was hard. It was fun while it lasted. And then when we had to leave, coming back into Milwaukee, into the cold, that was no fun. But yeah, but I mean, I had so much fun, and definitely will always love vacationing in Florida, just exploring the different parts of Florida. And then the week that I spent in Milwaukee was really nice too. So, but on to other things. I don't know, what did you guys do today? You know, it snowed last night. I think we got about 2 inches because last night it was like, yesterday was really warm. At least for me. I don't know about you guys who live up here in Minnesota, but yesterday was really warm, and I was like, maybe we won't get any snow. But it was overcast all day, so I was just like, maybe we won't get the snow. But my husband was like, no, we're going to get about 2 inches overnight. And this morning I woke up and sure enough, there was snow on the ground. So more snow on the ground than there already was. And that's the thing, it's just like, if it's going to be cold, can it just be cold? Like Mother Nature, could you quit pranking us? Like, if it's going to be cold, just let it be cold. If it's going to be warm, then let it be warm. Like, because yesterday compared to today, completely different. Today was a lot colder. Today, we had snow on the ground, and because it was so warm yesterday and a lot of the snow melted, today, now we have to deal with ice and sleet and all the things that don't make driving any safer, right? So I just hope that, I don't know, this winter, what do you guys think? Like, this winter has been kind of a mild winter. Wouldn't you say? At least compared to other winters that I've experienced up in this area, this winter has been pretty mild. It's been pretty warm, so I don't know if that is a good thing or a bad thing, right? Like, I'm hoping this means that winter will be done when it's supposed to be done, and then spring can just come and greet us that much sooner. But I don't know. What do you guys think? My husband thinks it means that winter is going to be, because it's been so warm, it's going to it's going to last longer. I'm thinking probably not. I mean, hopefully not. If anything, it just might mean the summer might be a really scorching hot one, like hotter than normal. But I don't know. What do y'all think? Hey, everybody. Sorry, I'm not saying everyone's name that's joining, but thank you for joining, and thank you for being here. But okay, I got to work this down. All right. I can't tell y'all how good this smoothie is. It's just so good. It's really good. All right. Mm. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think we went to see the dolphins on the third day, not the second. I think the second day was the preserve and the manatee park. Sorry about that. I had to correct myself. But anyway, drinking it down. So good. All right, so back to smoothie talk. What is your one ingredient that you absolutely have to have in your smoothie at all times? Like, no matter what kind of smoothie it is, you just have to have it in there. I have to think about my answer. Yeah, like, come on, like, you ask the questions, you should have an answer yourself, right? So, let me see. I think for me, I don't know, lately it's been banana. It's been like every smoothie I've done, I've always have banana in there. So I think for me right now, the one ingredient that I would always have to have in a smoothie would be ripened bananas. But I'm almost done. Okay. It's getting there. And I said I didn't want this to be like an hour-long live, but honestly, I haven't been keeping track of the time. So if it becomes an hour long, I'm sorry. But anyways, I'm trying to finish this awesome berry smoothie that I made. So good for you. All right. Ooh, it's cold, and I just drank a whole bunch really fast, and I'm getting a brain freeze. Okay. So good. Okay, so I'm using a glass straw so that I don't have to, so I'm not using or wasting plastic straws. But this is a glass straw I got at Dharma Glass. It's really nice. It fits like those little mason jars just perfect, but because I'm drinking out of my Vitamix, I have to hold on to it. But I think I'm pretty much I'm almost done. I think I'm going to put this aside and I'm just going to drink straight from the Vitamix now. Okay. I'm just going to put that in. And I'm just going to down the hatch, right? So good. So good, so good. Oh, gosh. So good. So happy. I'm actually starting to get really, really, really full from this. But I've got enough room left for what's left. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see, but that is all that's left. So that much. So I'm just gonna drink it as fast as I can without getting a brain freeze. Okay. So good. And I felt a burp coming before. That's why I was covering my mouth, in case anyone asks, because it's not, it's not gonna. Okay, here's one thing that you guys can always count from me. It's like, I will always give you an honest review. If I make something and it sucks, I'm gonna tell you it sucks. So it's not like the smoothie sucks and I'm telling you it tastes so good, because no, it really does taste good. And before I thought I was gonna burp, and that's why I was covering my mouth. So, but didn't come. So I'm almost done. Yay! So good. Almost. So good. All right. There's just a little bit left, and I'm going to finish it. Now, if it looks like I'm struggling a little bit, it's because I'm really full. But there's just so little in here that I'm just gonna finish it. Oh, I'm so full. I can't even. Oh, so full. Okay. Let's all right. I'm gonna try to finish all this now. There. All done. Oh, so good. So good. And I'm so full. You can't see, but I'm like grabbing my tummy. So full. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate everyone who jumped on. And full smoothie, 6 cups, all down. Oh, excuse me. A little burp there. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all spending your time with me. Thank you very much for joining, and I hope you guys are doing well. And I look forward to doing more videos and really just kind of, seeing you all again. So, let me know if there's anything else you would like to see me eat on my Monday videos, and anything you guys would like for me to talk about, just throw them in the comments. I wanted to say something, but I can't think of it now. But just again, thank you so much for your time, and have a happy Monday. See you guys. See you tomorrow.